The following is an excerpt from an episode of Life Legal Minnesota's Rooney Report with Russ Rooney. In this interview, featuring both Chen Guangcheng and Dr. William Saunders, Russ discusses Guangcheng's harrowing escape from communist China and many of the atrocities still happening 14 years later. To watch the whole episode of the Rooney Report, check the link in the description.
What is it that gave you the drive, when you broke your ankle early on in the escape and you just kept going? A lot of people would have given up.
I have to get free. One thing is if I came back, the CCP will kill me. And another thing is I cannot come back because, if I come back, I need to climb the wall, the highest, almost 12 feet high. So, I believe if I come out, I can get free, and I will let the whole world know what's happening about me, about my family, about the one-child policy, how the CCP did about the forced abortion. So I need to tell the whole world about this. I cannot just come back. So I have to keep going and, crawl on my hands and knees to keep going to get free.
I encourage everybody who's watching this to read your book, The Barefoot Lawyer.
You can get it anywhere, including on Amazon.
So another question for you. Back in 2012, that's when you escaped, and the one-child policy was in force. But now China has changed, and it's as though, you were right all along. I mean, just for human rights reasons also, but there's been a real change. Is that correct?
Yeah, the CCP changed their policy. And because the birth rate very, very, very low now. Last year, the whole country only got 7.90 million new babies. The whole country. Usually, the population balance should be 2.1 for 1 year, but in metro, 2.1%.
Oh,
yeah. But in mainland China now, just 1.09%. Very, very low. Yeah, if the CCP not change the one-child policy, if the CCP not stop to do the forced abortion, after 5 years, China will lost around 30, even 40% population. So, yeah, I don't understand, why the CCP is not stop the one-child policy before.
But it's stopped now.
Okay.
Stop.
Yeah, now they stop. And not just stop. And now the CCP going to another side, they tried to force the people to have more baby.
Obviously, their population is collapsing. If you only had a few million births in a country with over 1 billion people, so they're trying to get more babies, but the people aren't having more babies. Why? Tell Russ why they're not having more babies.
Yeah, because, the people, the CCP did a lot of, the cruel in the one-child policy. And now if you have a baby, you have to, the CCP not give the people benefit for the education. If you have a baby, you have to spend a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of your in the whole family have to focus on the baby. And another thing is the economic situation is very, very bad. If the people just stay in the village, their life will get in trouble. Before, in rural China, the farmers can come to the city to find a job, to get some money, to feed their family. But now, because of economic situation getting worse and worse, the people cannot find job in city, so they have to stay in the village. They have to try to get the food from the land, the free
Field.
yeah. So that is very, very difficult. And another thing is the CCP did around 40 years the forced abortion. The people are so angry about that. They think, before you force us to kill our baby, now you need us to have more baby. Why you can always to do the wrong things and we have to pay the bill?
The people don't trust the government. And so when the government tells them this is to do this for the country, they don't trust. So
the people not trust the CCP now.
So do a lot of the Chinese people, are they aware of what's happening with the Uyghurs and, organ donation? Is that?
Yes, a lot of people know that. My friend told me on the phone, of course, we use secret app. Secret. Yeah. Before she said, in our area, before we can let our children, even 5 years old, 6 years old, even 4 years old, they can come out to play with their childhood. But now we should be very careful. We should look at them every moment, because a lot of people tried to kidnap the children in China. That happened in different provinces, not just one place. So that is why, a lot of people understand what happened, but they don't have the opportunity to talk about that online. If they discuss about this on the social media or some web page, the CCP will censorship it, will delete their comments, and even the CCP will order the police to come to their house to threaten them. So they only can discuss each other about this in secret room online.
That children, just to make sure, Russ, that's clear.
Yeah.
Parents are afraid their children will be kidnapped to be taken for organ hearts.
Yes.
Guangcheng, we're going to talk more about this, but, we have a podcast, and he's talked about on the podcast cases in China where people have disappeared and then been found dead without these organs.
Yeah.
So
not just children, even the university students, if they disappeared, no one can find them back. Even the CCP set up 200 million cameras in mainland China anywhere. We call it sky eyes. But if the people disappeared, no one knows where they are. The CCP cannot find them.
So with all those cameras now, there was probably, if you were under house arrest today, there was probably no way you could escape. Is that true, you think?
Could you escape today with all the cameras?
In fact, when I escaped, the CCP take away some cameras, but still have some cameras surround my house too. Before this, they installed several cameras, in my yard. And they set up some poles outside my yard, but on the poles, the pole have a long arm, and the camera come in my yard to saw us. They just changed that a little far, maybe a little 30 feet away, surround my house. Still, the cameras there. So
why did they not catch you if they were?
Yeah, that is my experience. I know, in prison, every room they have the cameras, right? But I know the police, they don't like watch the screen every moment. They just said that scare the people. I know no one work very hard to focus on the screen, the computer screen every moment. So I believe later they check their computer. They know what time I escaped. I was escaped, but at that time they didn't follow it.
To watch the rest of this interview, go to lifelegalmn.org/videos. To keep up with Guangcheng and the latest from China, go to humanrights.catholic.edu.